So in this worksheet, I'm going to talk about the Lewis structure worksheet 2, so double bond, triple bond. Now, single bond would be 1 line, 2 share electron. Double bond would be 2 line, 4 share electron. And triple bond would be 3 lines, 6 share electron. Now, what we learned from the Horn, HONC 1, 2, 3, 4 rule, hydrogen and halogen, they can form maximum 1 bond. I can only put them on the end only. Oxygen, right, HONC, will be 2 maximum bond. And nitrogen will be 3 maximum bond, and carbon and the least number of atom will be 4 maximum 4 bond. And the oxygen and nitrogen can be put on the middle and the end. Carbon and the least number of atom can be put on the middle and the central only. Now, when you draw the structure, make sure that you finish your NaSl map, and then you want to ask yourself, what is the central atom? Do I have central atom? If yes, which one it is? So the central atom will be either the carbon or the least number of atom, if you have central. And electron will pair each other, so we have to separate the electron as far as possible. And when do we need to bend the structure is when you have leftover electron on the central atom. When you're not going to bend is you have two situations. Either you have no central atom at all, or you have no leftover on the central. Now, when we finish the NaSl, we start to put the stuff on the picture. Make sure you put the bonds first and the leftover electron, not the other way around, not the electron first and the bond next. Must be the bond first and leftover. Carbon and hydrogen have no leftover electron, so don't put leftover electron around carbon and hydrogen. But actually, carbon has two exceptions. One is CO, one is Cn minus. They can put leftover electron on the carbon. But hydrogen have no exception. Never put leftover electron on hydrogen. Now, since I assume that you guys have no problem on the NaSl, the map, so I would just actually go to the drawing, assuming that I did calculation, I have my bonds, I have my electron, and I'm going to show you how to do the drawing. So let's say O2, I have 2 bonds and a electron. Now O2, I have no central atom because I don't have carbon and I don't have the least number of atom. I only have 2 things. So I can only have O and O. All right? And then I'm going to start with single bond. Right? I'll start single bond. And then my NaSl told me that I need to have 2 bonds. So I have no choice. I must to put the 2 bonds on here. All right? Because this is the only 2 atoms I have. So this is actually a double bond. So my bonds is happy now, 2 bonds. And then I'm going to look it up to see if oxygen are happy. Oxygen in full shell. Now this oxygen is not in full shell because the picture said that you have 2 4 electron, but you need 8. So you have to put 4 electron on the oxygen. Now, because we said that electron, they need to repel each other, they're going to separate as far as possible. So I cannot put the 2 and 2 on here because they're so close. I cannot put the 2 and 2 here because they're so close. I can only put 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. Then in this case, this oxygen is full shell because 2, 4, 6, 8. And same thing for this oxygen, it's not happy because 2, 4 only. So I'm going to put 2 and 2. So now both oxygen are happy. Now if you look at the picture, I have 8 electron on the picture and 8 electron from NaSl. So all set. And no central atom, so no bending at all. Now here SeO2, so I got 3 bonds and 12 electrons from the NaSl. So the question is, do I have central atom? Yes, I have central atom because it's Se is the least number. So I'm going to put Se in the middle, and then because I have 2 atoms around, I'm going to put this and that. Now be prepared that you may need to do bending, so you might need to draw 2 pictures because of central atom, right? So I'm going to start with single bond only. Right? I'm going to start with single bond only. And then the picture tells me that I have 3 bonds. So I can actually put 2, 1 or 1, 2. It doesn't really matter because the 2 oxygen is going to be the same thing. So I can either put 2, 1 or 1, 2. So I'm going to put 1, 2 here. So make the 3 bonds happy. And then next, I'm going to check if every single atom is full shell. Now this oxygen is not full because I only have 2. I have to put 6 around. This oxygen is also not happy because I only have 4 and I have to put 4 more. Again, you have to be repelled, so it will be like this, top and bottom. So 2 oxygen are happy. Now I'm going to look up Se. The Se I only have 2, 4, 6, so you need 2 more. then will be on here. Right, so this is only the rough draft because I have the central atom with the lone pair, I mean the leftover, then we have to bend. So if I bend, it will be like this. Okay, so this one involving bending because I have the leftover on the central. So this is the answer. Now, this one CS2, I have 4 bonds and 8 electron. Now, the next question is, do I have central? Yes, I do have central, which is C. And be prepared, you managed to do bending. Now, I have 2s, so must be on like this, on 2 sides. Start with single bond. I have 4 bonds. Now, 4 bonds, because the 2s are even, it would not be 3 and 1 or 1 and 3, must be 2 and 2, because the 2s are equal. So the bonds, okay. Now I have to go back to check the 12 electron. Actually, I have forgot to check back the 12 electron. Let's see, do I have 12 electron on the picture? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I do have 12 electron. Make sure you go back to check. Make sure you go back to check. All right, so now here the bonds are happy. Now we're going to check. The C is happy, 2, 4, 6, 8. The S is not happy because you need 4 more. So repel each other. And then this S also need 4 more. Now because I don't have like central atom, I do have central atom, but I don't have leftover, so there will be no bending. So this is the answer. And you look up the picture, have 8 electron. I have 8 electron on the NAS cell. Go to the back. Okay. So N2 is 3 bonds, 4 electrons. So no choice would be just like this. No central atom would be just 1 picture. So no choice, 3 bonds. Must be 3 bonds. And then the nitrogen is not happy because you need 2 electrons, right? This nitrogen also not happy because you need 2 electrons. But electron, they need to be repel each other. So I cannot put 2 and 2 here. I cannot put 2 and 2 here. I cannot also put 1, 1, 1, 1 because you always have 2 electrons on each side. So 1, 1, 1, 1 doesn't work. 2, 2 doesn't work. 2, 2 doesn't work. Then the only chance will be 2 and 2. They are furthest past possible, and there will be always 2 electrons each side. So 4 electrons offset. This question is actually supposed to be C2H4, C2H4. Now I got 6 bonds and 0 electron, so I do have a central which is C. Okay, 2C, and I have 4 hydrogen. You can actually put the hydrogen on here. You can put this hydrogen here or not if you want, but I just leave it like that way. So I start with the atom, the central atom, and then the electrons around, the atoms around, and then I'm going to start with single bond. I start with single bond. Right? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bonds from the picture, but I have 6 bonds on the NAS cell. Now you remember we say HONC, H-O-N-C, hydrogen can only form 1 bond. So hydrogen, since only 1 bond, I cannot put the 6 bond here, 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 here. I can't. The only line I can put is on here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I do have 6 bonds here. Now, double check, okay, is this hydrogen happy? Hydrogen always happy. 2 and 2. 2 and 2. Now look it up. Is this carbon happy? Carbon happy. 2, 4, 6, 8. This carbon also happy. 2, 4, 6, 8. And will be 0 electron. Okay. Now HCN, 4 bonds, 2 electron. Do I have a, actually the C2H4 here, there will be no leftover on the central, so no bending. Now this HCN, do I have a central? Yes, I do have a central, which is C. So be prepared. I C, and then N, and the H, and the N. Start with single bond first. Okay. Now, NASL told me there are 4 bonds. Now I have 2 options, either 2 and 2, 1 and 3, or 3 and 1. Now, 2 and 2 will not work because hydrogen I can only form 1 bond based on HONC. 2 and 2 won't work. And 3 on 1 also doesn't work because again, hydrogen need to form 1 bond only. So 3 and 1 won't work. 2 and 2 won't work. Then the only chance I will have is 1 and 3. make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 bonds. Now we're gonna check if everyone happy. Hydrogen always happy. You don't need to. You can't put leftover. Carbon also happy. 2, 4, 6, 8. But nitrogen not happy. You only have 6. So nitrogen you need to have 2. But nitrogen you hate the bond. So the electron you hate the bond. So you have to put the electron here, and it match with 2 electron. And because central atom have no leftover, will be no bending. So this is the answer. And finally, the CO 3 bonds and 4 electron. So we have no central, will be just like this, CO. Right? We start with single bond, but the NaSl told me that you need 3 bonds, so 3 bonds. So bonds okay. Now you look it up. Carbon is not happy. You only have 6. Okay, so you need 2. But they hate the bond, so the carbon, the electron must be on here to make it 8. Now this oxygen not happy because they only have 6, so you need to put 2 more, and must be on here because they repel each other. Now you look it up, 4 electron happy. Now this is the one of the exception that the carbon can have lone pair. Can have leftover. This is one of the exception. Carbon can have leftover.